schedule, there are two types of classes, right? There's the gentle and the family classes. What are the difference between those two?
The gentle class, you can bring children, I would say if they're 8 and up, but they're both hour-long classes, but it's geared more towards doing typical Hatha-style yoga, so standing poses, warriors, things like that. The family class is just that. It can either be parents or any adult with children, and we do a lot of yoga play and story reading, and so it's really geared more for children from the age of 2 to about 10 or 12.
Yeah. And there's a lot of interaction during these classes?
Absolutely, yeah. That we have the parents get to act silly with the kids. They'll get in a down dog and the kids will climb through their legs and do things that they probably don't usually do at home, even if they do a yoga practice. So it encourages family yoga.
Yes. Well, we attended one of those courses and we brought a few of the reporters from CBS 58, Julie Parisi, Lindsay Brandwall, and Jacqueline Abad, to get their take on it. So we put something together to check it out and let our viewers know what you guys are all about. Take a look.
So we are in the goat's house right now. So I want you to remember that as we do our practice, that they get to do all the things they usually do. And that might be including walking on your mat. If you don't want them to walk on your mat, then you can just gently guide them to the side, but I encourage you to pet them whenever they come around to you.
I honestly didn't know what to expect. I kind of expected a serious yoga class, maybe with a goat or two, but I would venture to say maybe 20 goats.
When we walked in and I saw the goats, I was so surprised how small they were. I just felt like I was a little nervous about the goats because some of my other goat encounters I've had before weren't as pleasant, but these ones are so friendly. I just felt like at one with the goat, and I felt like the goats understood me, I understood them.
So they're walking around, they're going to the bathroom. Jacqueline had to deal with that on her mat. And it's just such a fun experience because they will kind of get in your face.
The first pose we're going to do is our rock pose. And rock, if we think of the earth, you can look at the green of the grass. We want to imagine like we're part of the earth. So I'm going to make a sound like an alarm clock going off to wake you up. When you hear that, I want you to pop up onto your shins.
So my mom just made me come here.
Ring, ding, ding,
I saw
ding,
the goats and I was like, and I was just like petting them, running around. I saw the dogs and stuff, the cat. I can't pet the cat because I'm allergic. Last time I pet a cat, both of my eyes swallowed up.
Take your hands to the floor. We're gonna come into our down goat. Good morning.
They're just randomly running around and I was just like, when they came near, I reached my arm around and then they were like, and then I skimmed across there.
And come forward like a lizard. If the goats come around, you can lift up your hands. These are your petting hands. You can pet the goats, right?
And they kind of sometimes, when you're trying to do the yoga poses, they're in your way and you can't even do them.
We're taking a short break for some petting.
It's kind of like you have to kind of roll with the punches and you kind of have to like let them be.
I don't know how you're gonna have space. I'll go back here. So I'm gonna find my down goat.
And you kind of, you do your thing, and when, a goat comes up, you kind of just adapt to what they do and kind of go with the flow, and that way it kind of made me feel a little bit more calm.
I was just like, boop, beep, 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 every time.
And imagine that you have a bow and arrow. Reach the one arm, that the leg is forward, reach that arm forward, and then take your other hand, there's your bow and arrow, pull that hand back.
When we had corn, they would come over to us. One bit Julie's shirt.
He was biting my sleeve. I don't know why. I didn't care. Did not care. It was so cute. Much more friendly than I thought they were going to be. Much more, I was going to say hands on, but I guess paws on, feet on, hooves on, yeah.
So it was it was a great experience. I'm not afraid of goats anymore.
Parker just, he was talking with the instructor. He was stopping in the middle of what he was doing to pet the goats, and he just had so much fun, and I think it's because these little guys were walking around. Hi.
It was fun. I like this small tan one, and that was my favorite one. It looked just like this one, but really small. And my second favorite one was the goat with the GoPro on the back.
Thank the goats today for letting us come in their house. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.
So how did they do on their first class with the goats?
They did really good.
Yeah. I liked being with the little kids and seeing how they interacted. Now, they talked a lot about feeling calm after and having to roll with the punches. And I want to ask you, being a yoga instructor, you say it's more about the goats, but does it add to the practice in like a unique way maybe?
Yeah, I know that when I teach, even adult classes, I'm more playful, but especially with the kids, I'm telling them, usually it's about drawing them into their bodies, and I'm telling them to look out. You're still present, but look at the grass, touch the goats, be in the space around you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you do more with these goats than just yoga, right?
Yes.
What else do you do? I know that you have soap, right?
Yes.
You have soap.
We make goat's milk soap and
Yes.
bath products with the milk.
Yeah, and I smelled a few of those bars,
Yes.
and they smelled so great. Well, I know that you have a few more coming up, so let's take a look at this graphic I put together of some of the dates that you have here on the way. Gentle yoga, all through August, really. I'm going to put this all online so you can check it out, but there's your website, oakhollowacres.com. And yeah, I really think that people should check you guys out. It was a really fun time. And thank you for bringing the goats. Thank you. I mean, you work with the goats all the time, right?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy doing yoga with them, or are you kind of like, enough of the goats? Like, let me
It's
just
a
have some
lot
of
of
them.
fun.
Yeah. Well, great. Thank you all for coming.
Thank
and
you.
thank you to the goats too. I
Yeah.
believe that this is the one that was wearing the GoPro.
GoPro, yep.
Apple, right? Good
Yes.
job, Apple.